Hey YouTube, it's Mike from Overland USA. This week I want to talk about the No Boundaries 10.6 and why you should never buy one, ever. In June of 2020, I bought this. You know what? It seemed like a good idea on paper. It's got a rooftop tent. It's got off-road tires, Cooper SST Pros. I mean, they're an awesome tire, right? The tread on them is really aggressive. But I'm here to tell you, it's a huge waste of money. It was a big mistake. And I'm making this video so that maybe you guys don't make this mistake. Because after a year, after owning this trailer for a year, I took it for service to have my bearings, axle bearings, greased. And when they took off the driver's side tire, it was apparent that the tire had been rubbing on the side of the trailer, of the body. Now, that's really unusual. That's weird. So what's going on? So I took it over to a dealer, and they had it for a month, and they didn't do anything, nothing. A month. They told me they're working on it. They told me they couldn't get a hold of Forest River. They told me a whole bunch of bullshit. And Forest River was no better. I was in constant contact with the girl who handles all the warranty claims. She's like the gatekeeper for Forest River for warranty claims. And I'll tell you, she's doing her job because she just kind of blew me off. One thing after another. Oh, do this. Okay, I did it. Nothing happened, right? Anyways, the thing is that after a month, I decided, hey, this is bullshit. So I took it over to a trailer shop that I know, that I trust, Master Hitch, in Palatine, Illinois. And they figured it out immediately. The body of the trailer is mounted too far to the driver's side. And the axle is mounted too far to the passenger side. That's right. The body is mounted over to one way, and then the axle is mounted over another way. The opposite way, right? So that means that there was like no clearance on the driver's side wheels, which caused the tires to rub. Now, that in and of itself wasn't really all that awful. I mean, it could have been fixed. The shop said, hey, we just need a slightly bigger axle, and that will correct the problem. And I was willing to accept that. But Forest River, in their infinite wisdom, has said, no, we're not going to do that. We won't authorize it. And Lippert, who manufactures the chassis and the axles, said, no, that would be a modification, and we can't do that. I mean, we're talking like a half an inch longer axle. So they were unwilling to provide the axle. They were unwilling to correct the problem. And on top of that, they sent me an email saying that it's within specifications. How is a tire rubbing up against the body of the trailer within specifications? It just boggles the mind. Now you look at this logo. It's a goat on top of mountains. A goat on top of mountains. Now, that kind of gives you the idea or the impression that this can really go anywhere. Right? Am I right? Yeah. Well, I'm here to tell you. I have redesigned the logo for Forest River because it can't go anywhere. That's right. Their logo should be a pig taking a shit on top of the mountain. And the name should, instead of No Boundaries, because there are lots of boundaries, it should be Lotta Boundaries. And instead of Forest River, it should be Makers of Junk. And that's my gift to them. A new logo, free of charge. Thanks for watching, YouTube. I appreciate it.